We've got NBA basketball. Basketball in store for you here. At Chase Center in San Francisco, the home of the Warriors on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and two Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road.
And I think it's an important game. They only faced this club twice this season, and you mentioned that loss in the first one. You hate to get swept in a season series.
That has to be in the back of their minds, at least a little bit. So we'll see if they add any wrinkles to their schemes in this one.
Now here's Barnes. Outside, Maxey. Barnes the screen. From outside, off the mark. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Pacers. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team, shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
He's off on the first. DB, ever since winning the most improved player back in 2021, Randall has stayed scoring at an incredible clip.
Yeah, Kevin, what makes this guy such a difficult matchup is his size and the ability to drive it. And now what you've seen is this evolution into a legit threat from three-point territory. He is such a difficult cover.
Now here's Barnes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Golden State moving it around. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Steve Kerr. David.
We immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. It's easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try... try to make Shea a jump shooter. A very tall task.
All right, David, thanks. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And so here is Indiana. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Strus in the corner. Pass to Randall. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Now, here's Maxey. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hands it from downtown.
3 points.
No, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Pass to Bowen. Outside Edwards. To the inside. Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Wow, shake the building with that finish, Scotty Barnes. My goodness.
Here's Edey. Six on the shot clock. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. The Warriors leading.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here is Edwards. Up top, Portis. Pass to Maxey. The kick out to Barnes. Outside Maxey. On the clock. And that one's good. Barnes. Barnes has got 5 minutes.
This guy's such an intelligent scorer. Scotty Barnes really ready to rise and fire.
Picked by Randall. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Outside Edwards. Puts up a deep 3. Pacers with the rebound. 1:06 left to play in the first. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And so Indiana again turning it over.
Substitution for your Warriors.
Here's Melton.
Jones Jr. Michael Porter Jr.
Barnes outside.
Anthony Melton.
And Max Strus picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the first. Here's Barnes. That one doesn't go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Outside for Pippen. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen.
Well, he's certainly got all the tools. SGA proving to be increasingly a threat from deep.
Kicks it out to Jones. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And stolen by Barnes. With the drive, and the dunk by Barnes.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
And let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And that concludes the first quarter of
the Pacers 11.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. You think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
There's a screen by Porter. Here's Maxey. O'Neal with the defensive effort.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pippen misses. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And here's Maxey. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. And he gets it to go. Maxey's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Good work there as it goes.
Yeah, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has now emerged into a superstar, and on nights like this, guys, he's unstoppable.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And he's good on the second. Pacers trail by 3. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's got 12. A kick out to O'Neal. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even with...
Boy, that SGA dunk was right out of the highlight reel. Woo!
Jones. And Jones with the stuff.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Sabonis. O'Neal outside. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. O'Neal's got his first 3 points of the game. Inside. Portis can't get it to go. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. They trail by 1. Now Jones. He's got 6. Portis in the post. Shoots over O'Neal. Off target with the jump hook. They've been hanging in there.
And a chance here to jump on top.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by O'Neal. Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's open. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Jumps up. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to O'Neal. In the corner, it's Sabonis. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Edwards. The Pacers pull it in. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home.
Nice drive by Pippen there. Terrific at just finding his way to the rim.
Here's Melton. The shot from the low post is good. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Well, exposing a weakness in the defense, that's just way too easy, guys.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Pippen. Some nice passing here by Indiana. It's rebounded by Portis.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Pacers trailed by 3. Pass to Sabonis. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. On offense, here are the Warriors. Here's Edwards. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Clock at 6. It's hauled in by Edwards.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession.
Substitution on the court.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 4. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
He wants a free ticket.
Pacers trailed by 4. Now let's get an update on Domantas Sabonis. What's the status there, David?
Guys, I was able to catch up with Indiana's head athletic trainer, and unfortunately, it sounds pretty serious. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy worked so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, DA. He is a worker and living the dream.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Outside, Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Moving it up. Here's Barnes. And Pippen pulls it down.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Barnes down low. Outside, Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. Pippen, no luck.
Normally, he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Pippen. Pass to Edey. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound. And the Warriors making a change here. So Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. The Warriors making a switch here. Warriors leading by 4. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. It's Jones on the wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Here's Edey. Warriors with the rebound. Porter looking it over. And it's Barnes slapping it down.
This guy is such a phenomenal scorer. Scotty Barnes feeling very good right now.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. It's a neck-and-neck game in San Francisco. Outside, Porter takes the 3. Rebound by Pippen.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Randall no good. Warriors leading by 4. On the wing, Porter knocks down the 3 ball. Porter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
And stolen by Barnes. Here's Maxey. Finished off the break. And it's a 9-point Warrior lead.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Here's the screen. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one, no good. And it's the Warriors with the ball. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will kick off a 6-game road trip for the team. It's Porter outside. Edey with the rebound. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so,
32.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Here's Melton. And the call will be against Scottie Pippen. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Left side, Portis. Here's Porter. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Porter's got the lead up to 9 now for the Warriors.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off on the layup. To the paint. Here's Portis. Pass to Edwards. Golden State moving it around. And here is Portis. Back to Melton. 6 to shoot. Porter in the corner. Shoots the 3. Drills it from outside. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And Edwards with the stuff.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards off that drive. Look out.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Pippen.
And it's always been about the effort defensively for Pippen, known as a stopper and a fantastic shot blocker to boot. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Pick by Randall. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Randall outside. High post, Pippen. 4 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. High post try. The Warriors pull it in. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Edwards careening his way to the rim.
Boy, with the kind of motor Edwards plays with, doesn't give the defense much of a chance to catch him in transition. Nicely done, Anthony.
Randall outside. There's the pick. Goes up on the wing. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And that one's good, Barnes.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Well, this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And, guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Barnes really just forcing the D to commit. They chose him, and boy, did he make them pay.
Pass to Edey. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. And it's Porter with the ball for the Warriors.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
And this team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Barnes.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
It's Strus on the wing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Portis. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect